Inflation is a silent thief, and it's been taking a bigger and bigger chunk of everyone's budgets. It leads to everything rising in price, from the food you depend on to the fuel in your car. As the total supply of money in circulation increases, the purchasing power of your income decreases. During a relatively low inflation year, it reduces your buying power by about 2 to 3%. But these days, inflation is hovering closer to 8% according to official estimates, though many experts place the true number between 12 and 15%, a level we haven't seen in nearly 40 years. So what can you do about it? With inflation running amok, no one is immune from its ravages, but you don't have to sit by idly as your costs rise higher and higher. There are simple and powerful things you can do that can help you adapt to this period of high inflation for however long it goes on. One thing that's easy to overlook with the current fear around climbing prices is that it's not hitting everything equally, and so different homes and industries will feel it differently and need to adapt to their unique situation. And whatever your personal situation is, it's always wise to reevaluate your financial decisions in light of major changes in the economy and monetary system. Tip number 1, reduce the rate on your debt. We've heard it time and time again, but inflation is your worst enemy when you are in debt. Every financial advisor will tell you to pay off your debts, but let's be real, it's simply not that easy. Between student loans, credit card bills, and car loans, you may just be trying to stay afloat. Instead, we suggest you call the different companies and see if you can negotiate reducing the interest rates on your debts. Refinancing student loans or a 0% APR balance transfer offer can even help. We'll always suggest you pay off your debt if it's possible, but at the very least, you can try and make it less expensive overall. Creating an emergency fund can also be thought of as part of the get out of debt strategy, because having it in place will likely prevent incurring future debt. Save money while you can. Everything helps. A nest egg gives you peace of mind knowing you can handle an unexpected car or home repair without going further into debt. Tip number 2, shop smarter. We all have to eat. There's no cutting food out of your budget, but there are tactics to keep food costs low. You can bet that as commodity prices rise, the cost increases will spill over into grocery stores. Consider swapping out brand-named items for the store generic brand. Take advantage of sales flyers and coupons, or buy more cost-effective foods. Some food items are more expensive than others, but there can be alternatives. For instance, you can buy canned or frozen fruits so that they last longer. And as inflation continues to accelerate, you can head off the price hikes by stocking up on essential foods with a longer shelf life. These foods are ones you can buy in bulk. Freeze as many pantry staples as possible. Others can be stored in airtight containers, bags, or bulk bins in a cool, dark environment. Items such as rice, beans, spices, coffee, and sugar. By buying in bulk, you hedge against rising expenses by avoiding higher prices later. Buying meat in bulk when it's on sale can help you save a bundle. Whether buying from a membership store like Costco or a local farmer's market, you want the best price per pound, and don't let any of it go to waste. Label and freeze it. Tip number 3, start your own garden. Grow your own food to counteract rising prices. Food can be grown in pots, boxes, buckets, bags, large plots, small plots, rows, raised beds, or really anything you can plant seeds in. Get creative with it. Maybe you don't believe you have a green thumb, or you don't have a yard to grow your own food. But where there's a will, there's a way. People in urban settings find all sorts of imaginative ways to grow fruits and vegetables, such as by growing them on their apartment balcony or patio or a small city lot. Anything you grow rather than buy in a store is an advantage. Preserving produce from your garden will significantly reduce your family's food budget. Tip number 4, save on energy. With rising expenditures and inflation, many seek cost-cutting methods. Reducing utility use is an old savings method. Many of us remember the PSAs, TV shows, and school campaigns that taught us to turn off lights, unplug appliances, and never let the water run when brushing our teeth. Natural light and LEDs can cut energy use. Many of our newer technologies dim down or stay on standby when not in use, and even power strips can be used to turn off devices throughout the day. Even home appliances can be considered here. For instance, the tankless water heater. Unlike a typical water heater, it only heats water when needed, saving electricity. Depending on the size of your family, this can be considerable savings throughout the year. Tip number 5, increase fuel efficiency. In early summer 2022, gas prices had seen record highs across the United States. They've decreased since then, but numerous factors contributed to this problem. Weather disasters, fuel process errors, political and economic crisis, and holiday travel seasons all contribute to inflated prices. The good news is saving on gas is straightforward and goes a long way in saving you money. We tend to rely on our vehicles for everything and take fuel costs for granted. But instead of hopping into your car whenever you feel like running to the store, approach transportation more strategically. For example, reduce unnecessary excursions. Slow down and consolidate trips to save 10% or more on fuel. When gas prices rise, like in 2006, people slowed down to save fuel. Think about carpooling with coworkers or family. And if you're really a super saver, hop on a bicycle and cancel that gym membership you never use. Speaking of dropping expensive memberships, that brings us to our next inflation fighting tip. Tip number 6, cut out subscriptions. Believe it or not, the average household pays around over $200 per month on subscriptions. $200 a month. That's $2,400 a year. Canceling unused subscriptions is a good way to cut expenditures amid rising prices. A great way to stay on top of your subscriptions is with personal finance apps like Mint and Truebill. They connect to your bank and credit card accounts to search for subscriptions you're paying for and lets you cancel them. Some apps can help you negotiate better cable, internet, and phone costs to save money or reduce bank fees. Tip number 7, budget for investments. Some consider rising prices the worst time to invest. Why invest when monthly bills are rising? But consider the other perspective. Whether you're saving for retirement or other goals, you must be consistent. Beating inflation by expanding your savings is one of the fundamental reasons to invest. If your budget is tight, consider reducing investments, but once the pressure eases, resume and increase payments. Depending on your risk tolerance, you can even invest in some inflation-beating investments. Series I savings bonds can be a consideration as they tend to pay more when inflation rises. Additionally, investing in dividend-paying companies are another great way to boost your income. Dividends are simply earnings from companies. Some public companies benefit from inflation by raising prices and earning greater profits. These can be then distributed as dividends to you. We know whenever the topic of inflation and savings come up, there will be a variety of opinions and suggestions. And in truth, it can get really stressful when you're trying to save money. But you shouldn't feel powerless against inflation. You can reduce spending and become more efficient with your money. That brings us to the end of the video. If you learned something new today, like this video and share it with your friends. Make sure you subscribe to our channel and click on that bell icon to keep getting notified of more money-related content. See you in the next one.